Weapons of mass destruction. That's right. I don't care what anybody says. They're here. Here you go. Screw yourself. Take your fucking hand. Take your fucking hand. Hold on. Wait, what's the thing? Hold on, what's the thing? This is his idea. He gets the cherry. Come on, wait up. You gotta drop in 5 seconds. You tried to shoot this on me. Fuck. I fucking killed them all. I killed them all. Every fucking one of them.
Shalom, Yasharala. I want to start out by giving infinite honors to our great power and our great King, Yahweh Wah, Yahweh Shai. And I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who have equipped the flock well through the Spirit with sound doctrine to push across the 4 winds. And salutation, honor, and greetings to you sincere Akin pushing this sound doctrine across the 4 winds with all fear and trembling. I'm going to do this clip about Jacob's trouble that's coming amongst us. In Micah the 7th chapter, when they say the woman of Judah, the Israelite woman, will become as the mire of the streets. She that is our enemy. And when you read Proverbs 20, the 20th chapter, the 31st, it say the 30th verse, it says the blueness of wounds cleanse evil. And our women are out of order. Our women are wicked and they're evil. And the Most High is going to inflict dreadful strokes upon them to cleanse that evil out of them. And on that clip, you just saw a woman getting ravaged, getting raped by U.S. soldiers. And that's what's going to happen here in America when all hell breaks loose. But for us in the know and us in this beautiful truth that's been brought in the Most High's marvelous light, nothing new under the sun. Everything done aforetime was done for our learning. The scriptures enlighten us and let us know what we're going to see. So when these black bitches talk shit to us, disrespect us, and they take that front seat as the white man's whooping stick against us, because they love that seat. They love sitting the white man's power seat at his right hand, inflicting sore strokes on the children, the men of Yasharala, as I should say. But they time coming. And rape, the Most High is gonna, the worst thing you can do to a woman is rape a woman, ravage a woman. They so with such a lower state that bitch is probably gonna like it, but during Jacob's trouble, man, it's gonna have so many chaotic demons out here that they're not gonna like it. The Most High gonna fix it where they're gonna hate it. Now this one was done 4 times. This is Ezekiel. This is Ezekiel, the 23rd chapter. I'm gonna start at the 43rd verse. Then I said unto her that was old and adulterous. You can liken this to Yasharala as a nation, but it's talking about these bitches. Will they now commit whoredoms with her, and she with him? Yet they went in unto her, as though they go into a woman that played the harlot. So when they went into Aholah and unto Ahabila, delude women, and the righteous men, they shall judge them after the manner of the adulterers, and the sentence for adultery is death, and after a manner of the women that shed blood, eye for an eye, death. That's the judgment, because they are adulteresses and blood is in their hands. Now let's see what happened to these 2 whores. For thus saith the Lord power, I will bring a company up on them. And that company is talking about these UN soldiers, man. These mercenary soldiers that are going to come from China and Russia. That's going to be in every hood near you. That's what's coming to America, a great company. And will give them to be removed and spoiled. How do you spoil a woman? You take her what the Most High has given her, that sweet muscle between her legs. That's how you spoil a woman. And the company shall stone them with stones. They're not only gonna rape them, but they're gonna kill them. That's judgment. The blueness of wounds take away evil. Keep that in mind. And dispatch them with their swords. They shall slay their sons and their daughters and burn up their houses with fire. This was coming to these black bitches. This what awaits them. Thus, I will cause the lewdness to cease out of the land. See, that's the remedy. The Most High is going to inflict sore strokes on them. Well, when one bitch see a bitch get raped to death and a bitch get her head cut off for talking too much, that's going to make them want to cease from being lewd women, shameless women. That all women may be taught not to do after your lewdness. See, when the Lord slammed down that hammer, all these hoes gonna learn. All the big mouth bitches gonna start keeping their mouth shut. All of them gonna look to get under a man of the Lord and to worship him and submit to him and do as he commands. And they shall recompense your lewdness upon you. And you shall bear the sins of your idols. And you shall know that I am Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You see what I'm saying? The Most High is beautiful in all his doings, man. When you sitting there catching hell from this black bitch, even if you got a Latin speaking a bitch from one of the Latin tribes and Native American tribes, and she's giving you hell. Your whole life you've been disrespected by the Most High. If you're a man of the Lord, you're gonna have your day of justice. They're gonna get recompense for their actions, man. You know, that's why the scriptures say, seek the Lord while he may be found. And like the second chapter of the book of Sirach say, cleave to the Most High. Because we want justice. This is the patience of the saints. Not just to get the white man, because we only got a short window to get this black bitch. We only got a short window to get these 2/3. They're going to be in the kingdom. They're going to come through the kingdom through sex. You know? So judgment must start in the house of Judah first, man. All right. This is Judges. Everything is done aforetime, done for our learning. Let's see what happened to this whore. And it came to pass, this is Judges 19. I'm going to start at the first verse. And it came to pass in those days when there was no king in Israel, and there was a certain Levite sojourning on the side of Mount Ephraim, who took him a concubine out of Bethlehem, Judah. And his concubine played the whore against him. That's what our women do, man. They eat. They wipe up their face and say they've done no wrong, man. They go blow another man's ride and come back and kiss you in your motherfucking face and be like they've been at work all day. And if you ask them about it, they're going to say they do no wrong. That's what the average woman of Judah does. That's what the average Israelite woman does. Yes, it's the curses. The curses, they're taking up with the curses, but hey, that's what's going on. This concubine played the whore against her master. And let's see what the Most High let happen to this bitch. And his concubine played the whore against him and went away from him to her father's house, to Bethlehem, Judah, and was there for a whole month. So she ran away from her master, her man, and went 4 months. What you think she was doing them whole 4 months? She was drinking from other cisterns, man. She was drinking from other fountains. She was playing the whole. She was being a stinky black bitch. Skip down to verse 22. These some beautiful times we living in. These bitches gonna reap what they sow. Now as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, you know that means wicked ass niggas, the devil, but set the house round about and beat at the door and spake to the master of the house, the old man, saying, bring forth the man that came into thine house that we may know him. You see, and that's what's going to happen in these last days, seconds, and times. There will be no law governing the society. There will be no fear of the Lord. So you're going to have niggas going around, men going to be getting raped to death, man. Men going to be getting rods, put them in a pulp fiction style, man. I mean, the Most High is going to unleash demons to appease his wrath, man. That's going to happen. And the master of the house went out unto them. Nay, my Akim, nay, I pray you, do not so wickedly, seeing that this man is coming to my house. Do not defile it. Behold, here is my daughter, a maiden. You see, his daughter was a maiden. She hadn't been touched. She was a young woman. She was still in her father's house. Look how the Most High do this, man. The Most High beautiful. And his concubine. Then will I bring out now and humble ye them and do with them that seemeth good unto you. See, that maiden had done no wrong. She was in her father's house obeying her father. Her father was just like, before I see this wicked ass abominable act done, I throw my daughter out there, you know. I sacrifice my daughter before I let some gay shit go on. But unto you, this man do not so vile a thing. But the man would not hearken to him. The men would not hearken to him. So the man took his concubine and brought her forth unto them. And they knew her and abused her all the night until the morning. And when the day sprang, they let her go. So they raped that bitch all night till the sun came up. Then came the woman in the dawning of the day and fell down at the door of the man's house where her Lord was, till it was light. Notice it called her Lord. That was her Lord. You see, her Lord threw her out there because he really was pissed at the bitch. And you notice that the man's daughter didn't get thrown out there because what she was in her father's house obeying her father. The Most High ain't let that happen. And the Lord rose up in the morning and opened the doors of the house and went out to go his way. And behold, the woman, his concubine, was falling down at the door of the house, and her hands were upon the threshold. And he said unto her, up and let us be gone. But none answered. The bitch was dead. When you go to the next chapter, verse 20, they raped her. She was dead, bro. She gave up the ghost. You know what I'm saying? Then he chopped her body up in pieces and sent it, you know, if you know that story, and sent it to the 12 tribes of Israel. And that's when the tribe of Benjamin almost got wiped out. A little short history lesson. But back to the subject at hand, man. You're going to have these UN soldiers, these Moab mercenaries, these Russian mercenaries that's already here on U.S. soil training and shit. They're gonna, when they come to a hood near you, they're gonna spoil you. You're gonna have a famine going on too. So they're gonna come in there for your food, your valuables, and your booty. And the Most High is gonna let this thing happen, man. This is Isaiah 13, start at verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined to them shall fall by the sword. Their children shall also be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. You see what I'm saying? The Most High not playing, man. Virgins gonna pop their first tear during martial law, man. They gonna Sodomites gonna have their fill during Jacob's trouble. I mean, it's gonna be, when you read Matthew the 24th chapter, no wickedness is gonna be on the earth since the earth was created. And these UN soldiers, they're gonna get immunity. It's lawful for them to do this. This is a clip from CNN. Why do peacekeepers have immunity in sex abuse cases? Check this shit out. Earlier this month in New York, the advocacy group AIDS Free World launched a campaign to end impunity for personnel who commit sexual abuse. Salakia. During UN peacekeeping missions, the rape and abuse of women and children. Look, they're gonna abuse little kids, man. This Babylon we in, baby. This Babylon. They're gonna get little 5-year-old boys, 6-year-old boys popping them in their ass, man. That's how Esau roll, man. The rape and abuse of women and children has affected an untold number of victims over the years. Esau doing this, man. He's doing this everywhere he goes, said Grayson Mattrell, author of the study, The Impact of Armed Conflict on Children, speaking at the launch of the campaign called Code Blue. UN peacekeepers, including troops, civilians, and UN staff who commit these crimes can do so behind a cloak of immunity. It's lawful according to this society standard, knowing that they will not be held accountable for their heinous actions. They're going to be able to hide behind that badge. They're going to be able to come in your house, take your son, your child, a pedophile, take your newborn baby and pop them to death. They're going to be able to go get your little 7, 8-year-old daughter and go to town on them, man. That's why, man, it is important to seek the Lord where it may be found and ask him to be merciful to you so all this shit don't fall up on you, man. There's some beautiful times we living in, but there's also some dreadful times. You know, you got to make sure you're on the Most High's good side. Because if you ain't, shit, he might let your ass get sodomized to death, man. You know, I ain't making sport of it or being funny. It is what it is, man. 1,000,000 ways to die, choose one, man. So with that, I'm going to give infinite honors to our great power and our great king, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to you, Seers Akin. Shalom, Kwam Yasharala.